Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Cobalt, and in this video I'm going to go over how to use molar mass in calculations. Basically, you're going to use it as a conversion factor. So let's get into this. So in this particular problem, we're asked to write a conversion factor to convert between grams and moles of iron 3 sulfate. Well, we need to know what iron 3 sulfate is and what the formula is, so we need to write the formula from the name. If you don't know how to do that, then go to my earlier videos on how I show you how to go from the name to the formula and the formula to the name. So let's go ahead and find the formula to this name. So as we know, so the Roman numeral is a dead giveaway that this is an ionic substance because we only use Roman numerals for metal ions that are transition elements or elements that have more than one possible charge. So here we have an ionic substance. So we're going to have to convert that to a formula. So here we're going to write down the ions. So the Roman numeral tells us what the charge on the iron is. That's a +3 charge or 3 plus. And then the sulfate, that is a polyatomic ion that we need to know the formula and the charge to. So that's just something you need to memorize. So sulfate is SO4 2 minus. So now we do our crisscross method. Got a 3 and then a 2. And so our formula is Fe2SO4 3. So that's the formula for iron 3 sulfate. So just in case, also we have it down here. So if you already knew that, I recognized it down here. But if you didn't, that's how you would do it. So now that we have the formula, we can go ahead and calculate what the molar mass is, because that's what the conversion factor is. The conversion factor that helps us convert between grams and moles is the molar mass. And you calculate that by looking up the atomic masses of all of the atoms in your formula, and you add them together, and then that becomes your molar mass, the number of grams per mole. So let's go ahead and add these together. So I have 2 iron atoms. So iron, if you look on your periodic table, iron is going to be 55.845. So I have 2 irons. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. So 55.845. And I have inside, I have 3 sulfates. So 3 times 1 gives me 3 sulfurs. So I'm going to add to that 3 sulfurs. So 3 times the atomic mass of sulfur, 32.066. So 32.066. Now, if your periodic table has slightly different atomic masses, that's perfectly fine. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So if your numbers are different, then that's fine. Just use the numbers that are on your periodic table. The calculation, the number that I get and the number that you get will be pretty darn close. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Okay, so then I have my sulfur, and then last I have oxygen. So I have 3 sulfates. So, but I have oxygen, I have 4 oxygens. So 3 times 4 is 12. So then I'm going to multiply that by 12. So 12 times the atomic mass of oxygen. Again, that's going to be 15.9994. And again, if you have 16.0 or 15.99 or or something like that, something different, don't worry, it'll work out the same. Okay, so now that I have everything set up, all I need to do is just calculate it, add it all up, and I get 399.88. So 399.88, and this is grams per mole. So that's my conversion factor. So for every 1 mole of the iron 3 sulfate, I have 399.88 grams. So I can set that up as a conversion factor, right? So again, I could either have 399.88 grams of my Fe2SO43 over 1 mole of the Fe2SO43, or I can flip it, right? So I can have the moles on top. So I can have 1 mole of the Fe2SO43. Oops. Maybe I should give myself some room. So let me erase this, give myself some room. Or I can erase this. That's better. So I could put 1 mole of the Fe2SO43 over 399.88 grams of the Fe2SO43. So either one of those conversion factors works. It just depends on what the problem is asking for. So let's go to the problem now. So we calculate how many moles. So they're asking how many moles of the iron 3 sulfate are in this many pounds of iron 3 sulfate. So where they're giving us pounds, so we'll have to start with pounds and we're going to have to convert until we get to moles. So I know that in order to get to moles, I'm going to have to use molar mass, which is a conversion between grams and moles. So I'm going to have to convert pounds to grams first before I can use molar mass. So I got to start with pounds. So I have 2.672 pounds over 1. And then now I need a conversion between grams and pounds. So you can look this up. The conversion that I'm using is 453.6 grams. So 453.6 grams. Oh, I forgot my substance. Always write the substance that you're talking about. I'm not following my own rules. So here we're talking about Fe2SO43. So we got this many pounds of that. And now I'm going to use grams. So again, 453.6 grams of the Fe2SO43. And just double check, 453.6. And then on the bottom, I have 1 pound of Fe2SO43. So the pounds cancel out. Now I have grams. Now I can use the molar mass. So I use my molar mass. Notice I have grams on top. For my next conversion, if I'm going to use molar mass, I'm going to have to put the grams on the bottom. So here I have grams on the bottom. So 399.88 grams of the Fe2SO43 on the bottom, and that's going to be 1 mole of the Fe2SO43. So now grams cancels out. I have moles. Moles is what they're asking for. So now all I need to do is multiply by everything on the top, divide by everything on the bottom, and I get my answer. And the answer is 3.031 3.031 moles. That's all I have. Moles of Fe2SO4 3. So that is the answer. Now, again, for those of you who are interested in sig figs, notice I have 4 sig figs here. That's because when you multiply and divide, the rule is that your answer should have the same number of sig figs as the measurement that you multiply and divide, right? That has the least number of sig figs. So we look here, we have 4 sig figs here, we have 4 sig figs here, we have 5 sig figs here. So the least number is 4, so that means we should only have 4 sig figs. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something from this video, if this helped you in any way, then please like and share this video. Hit that like button over there somewhere. And also, or maybe it's somewhere else, I don't know, they move it on me sometimes. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. When you do, make sure you click that notification bell. And when you do that, click all so you can be notified by all the videos I put out. Finally, put a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I would love to hear from you. If you've got something that you want me to cover, like a topic or a problem or a question that you want me to help you answer, I would love to do that for you. Please hold any criticism about spelling. Other than that, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.